Good morning. Good morning, Namaskar. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India on this day, July 24, 2021, Saturday. Last week was broken just in minutes, so I reinstalled that, another one. It's talk about quality, safety, health, and environment, which is generally applied to every activity in work. And major topic is field engineering, civil field engineering, electrical field engineering, mechanical field engineering. Though I'm calling it civil field engineering because it is civil that is prime somewhere sometimes. Civil is prime item. Civil is means even mechanical and electrical engineers are considered civil. So civil field engineering quality annex COVID, SHE, designs, construction methods, contracts, organizations, communication, coordination. Coordination and communication are part of life. And this is also the talk which I am delivering to you is part of communication and coordination. I am trying to communicate to something which is in my mind, not necessarily that's right, but you may analyze that yourself and get an answer to that one. Certifications are there, every day I start with that. Certification of reliability, competency, certificate that tells you are supposed to work. These certificates declare that you have to work. You have to work according to requirements, and that's where requirement is this: the quality safety must be intact. And if quality and safety are not intact, means your work is defective, and that's not acceptable. You have paid your payment, you have grasped from person who buys your service or product. It's not given what is required. Quality is a part of life. Without quality, you cannot live, I cannot live. That's true. Everyone has quality, God given quality, your own achieved quality, and that quality is very important for everything. If you can't achieve quality, you are nowhere. Somewhere means you are a duffer, a dummy. Safety is a personal requirement, and you can say group requirement, and you can say requirement on job, it's a requirement in social life, it's a requirement on road, it's a requirement on footpath, it's a requirement everywhere. Even if you are walking on road, safety is required. If you are walking on footpath, road safety is required. If you are crossing a road, safety is required. If you are in your office or you are in home sitting, safety is required. Means there is no way safety is not required. It's integral part of your life. Without safety, nothing can move. That's true. How can you say nothing can move? Say you are sitting in chair, for example, and you are ignorant and you are not stable in your sitting position. Maybe sometimes you are in small visionary sleep and you fall. Sometimes you are standing on a stool and you are out of center and you fall. It happens, nothing new. Means you walk on a footpath and you are stumbled because of little protrusion from footpath surface. Maybe it's a half centimeter and that stone stumbles you. Just like you drive a car and don't care for something, you forget seat belt winding or something, fastening of seat belt is forgotten, or you are just smoking or you are just talking on mobile and you make accident. This happens. These are very common features that happen in your life without care. We should care. That's what safety is. That's what. But question is, safety is a transitional part. Safety is with job. Safety is with actions. Prior to action and post action, safety goes. It works in presence of your actions. If you stop work, safety action stops. If you start work, safety action starts. Safety means health. Safety and health are related. Health and environment are related. So you can say safety is related to health, health is related to environment, and environment is related to your life. If air is not pure, you cannot respire. If no good sun, you are not healthy. If there is no good water, you cannot drink. If there is no good food, you cannot eat. So this is very important part of life. I am just saying safety, health and environment because it is said like that. But ergonomics is also a science which is used along with this. How you are doing your job means what is level of your working, what energy you are consuming, what is law of that for you, are you complying with that law or not. Even while using computer, while sitting in chair, while in working position, while standing, while doing some job, while lifting some load, while talking, while doing something else, you need certain agreed standard. Though it's not necessary that you agree standard or you read all standards. Major standard is, prime standard is, whatever work you do, first of all, you should feel comfortable, you should feel happy, you should enjoy that work. And if you are not enjoying a work, say you are not able to enjoy that work, there is something wrong somewhere which you have to identify. And that identification takes time and takes intelligence of yours. That's why it's a safety, health and engineering, safety, health and ergonomics, safety, health and environment are specific sciences which apply to you according to individual requirement. Somebody talks a lot, somebody doesn't talk a lot, somebody walks a lot, somebody doesn't walk a lot, somebody sleeps a lot, somebody doesn't sleep a lot. Every kind of individuals are there. But don't forget, without individuals we cannot work. Hardly there are some work which are done by one person, but generally in construction, in manufacturing, in industries, or even somewhere elsewhere, you will find group of people work together. And that group of people, there may be many individuals in each group with different and varying capacities of working. Somebody works very fast while other one works very slow, but group has to work. You cannot identify some person that this person is obsolete, because no one is obsolete. It's up to leader of group to extract work from everybody. Means average we have to see. Today somebody is not expert, somebody is not expert. It doesn't mean that that person shall remain that level forever. Gradually in week, 2 week, 3 week, that person can come up, and of course that person can get more confidence. Likewise, you leader can get more confidence in that person, train that person, and that person can come to normal level of working. That is what's called science of ergonomics. Sometimes, we have to tolerate something, an engineering principle, because human resource is very important factor, very significant factor. Everybody is important. Maybe sometimes we notice that somebody is not able to work physically, but that person works mentally very well. It happens. I have seen many people. They can write very well, but they cannot speak. They can speak very well, but they cannot write. Somebody can lift very, very, heavy load, but that person cannot file on a steel job. That person can't use, hexa. That person can't use the saw. It depends. Means wherever this is what is required in safety, health, and working. How to find quality of a person, that's important. Every quality point cannot be infilled in everyone. Somebody does something, somebody doesn't. So it depends upon, and that's why you have to analyze everybody. A leader is good one who observes activities of every person. It's not whole time you have to do it. Maybe somebody comes to you new, you have to ask him what he's doing, what he can do, but on that you have to observe yourself, so that you can apply science of ergonomics onto that person to improve performance of that person, and that's very much important. And safety, health, and environment is therefore very, very significant. And in top quality organization, top quality understanding, top quality application, one has to see this. Quality is not simply quality control. There's some misconception among society. Control is a part of quality. It's not separate. Quality is a gross part, and quality also applies to every subject. It applies to life, it applies to society, it applies to business, it applies to your office, it applies to safety, health, environment itself, it applies to physics, chemistry world, it applies to laboratory. Wherever you work, quality applies. Quality means it's a very uniform word. It applies to nature. Though nature is inbuilt with quality, you cannot change it, but quality exists. Every natural material has got quality. Every stone has quality. Every part of sand has quality. Every part of soil has quality. Every part of, now you can say, COVID, some unknown has come. It has quality. It has quality to destroy public. It has quality not to tell about it to anyone. It's a quality. It's not disclosing its secret. It's not giving you its own innovation. What secrets is there? It's very important point that COVID has told us, I am secret, and you are not having that level of secrecy that you can find my secrecy. You have not developed your secrets level to that level of science which I am having power of. That's what COVID says. So we have to understand this. Biggest quality is performed by nature. There is no quality more than nature does. You can see no material stays permanently, no radioactive material. Today some rock is igneous, you can say volcano. Volcano means Jwalamukhi. Igneous rocks, granite. Today that is granite. Also same thing, there is sand, deposition of sand layers. Sand layers, you can say in thousands, in millions of years you will find sandstone or sand rock or lime rock, and those rocks keep on changing. Today it is, you can say, limestone. Maybe after 500 years it converts to marble due to metamorphic action, or you can say due to imposition of natural agencies onto that lime, and it does chemical action and changes to you can say marble. You have noticed this or not? I don't know. Just like we classified ourselves, nature, into three rocks generally from engineering viewpoint, and that is igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks means rock that comes out from volcano in form of magma and lava, and that doesn't change. It solidifies and forms very good rock. That's called igneous rocks. Very hard stone we call it. Granite, for example. Then we say there is sedimentary rock, which deposits in form of sediments from whatever material source, and it solidifies. We call sand rocks, sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are due to settlements, and that settlement layers are formed in many years, hundreds of years, and it's called this is sand rock. Then you also call lime rock. Lime is also equivalent, which converts itself to limestone, or it's called so later in thousands or hundreds of years due to chemical actions, air actions, so chemicals available in the air and water and all that is called metamorphic or meteorological action. You can say meteorological continuation of meteorological action applied on that sedimentary rock converts to metamorphic rock. This is what nature says. So this means there is a system in nature which is working, which works all time, which generally we call universal. Just like earth moves all time, we call earth is moving. That is natural quality of earth. You can't stop it. There is no power that can stop revolution of earth, not even for a single second. So that's inbuilt quality of inbuilt character of earth. Same way all planets move. This means nature is a big quality manager, big quality organizer. It's original. We have to study that. Only we can do study. We cannot change it. There is no power on earth that can change that system. No one can change it. It's impossible. So we have to learn lessons. We have to take lessons from nature, how it works. Just like there's, for example, in this solar system we have been living. There are so many planets. Sun is king one in that, and around sun, all planets orbit. Earth also orbit. Earth orbits at a rate of, you can say, on its own axis. Earth moves at a speed of about, I think, more than 2000 kilometers per hour. And around sun it moves about 1.25 lakhs kilometer, 1.25 lakhs or 125,000 kilometer per hour. Can you imagine that? Means all time we have been revolving around sun with that speed of 125,000 kilometer per hour. Can you believe it? Nobody will believe, but it is. Can you believe you are on earth and earth is revolving at more than 2,000 kilometers? Who shall believe it? Nobody will believe it, but it's happening. It happens. That's why you find sun, then sun takes path, goes to other diameter point, and it keeps on moving, and day and nights are constructed and years are constructed. So nature itself has a big quality manager, big quality organization. There's innovative quality which we can never understand. It's not only nature, in the skies, and there are many more solar systems, there will be more universes. So nature is master, nature is philosopher, nature is original quality giver. You can say system never fails. You every day get sunlight. What do you think? It's free. It has chemicals, it has power, it has light, it has photons, it has particles, photon particles, it's other particles. These particles help us. Radioactivity exists everywhere. You use whatever material that is changeable, that change all time. Today whatever is gold, maybe sometime it will not remain gold, it will change some other form, and that's radioactive form. As we talked in about Radiography, in few last times, 2-3 videos, we talked a lot about radiography. We talked about radiations. A lot on that was talked based on international acceptance. Quality is therefore a big factor. Human has not understood quality yet. We have just defined it, nothing else. We are not even able to comply with that. You can see everywhere quality is not complied. It's only claimed to be complied, but it's not complied. Only claim is made. Oh, we are quality people, we are quality company, we are doing this and we are doing that. But we really go into that, maybe you ignore it and you don't care for that. You don't even go to that document what they say. But you only say, yes, it's quality. Company claims with full power, we are quality organization. But if you go into depth of that, you will not find there's so many misses and they don't care. It's only on papers this happens. I have many examples as such. I don't want to explain to you now because later on I find time. We find time and do it. Unfortunately, in our country, people do not care for documentation. In our country, young generation, particularly young generation, today, whatever it is, they least bother about documentation because talks and you can say communications and coordinations and whatsoever you can call have been mobile oriented, and mobile leads to conferences, video conferences, and then that leads to webinars and seminars like that. So you can say tongue has become more important than pen. Tongue has been considered more important. It's like old American system or Arabic system where words were considered more important than documents. If you talk to some American, they will talk a lot. If you talk to some Arabic, they will talk a lot. But no documentation, except if you deal with some Britain, they have capacity to document. But in quality system, document is a must. Of course, there have been changes from time to time. If you compare to ISO 9001, 2008 and ISO 9001, 2015, there has been a lot of change, drastic change, but potential remains there. Our quality system that adopted all over the world now is based generally on ISO. That is most important, and also somewhere it's Sigma and somewhere something else. I'm not going into debate of that. My concern is that quality must move. It must not be silent. It must speak, but it doesn't do. It's not only my professional work I'm not talking of alone about civil engineering or construction engineering. I'm talking of every engineering, every discipline of engineering in our country as well as world over. I thought that our people are very smart. Our means Bharat, India youth. Yes, they are smart, they are energetic, they are educated, some of them are professionals and some of them are non-professionals, and some of them are skilled, some of them are semi-skilled, but they are all energetic, all smart. It depends upon society how to mold them. I am not passing my calculation that they are not intelligent or they are not smart. It's upon society. In fact, everyone is a part of resource. Everyone. Whatever level of intelligence you have, whatever level of certifications you have, you are a resource. Even if you are not certified, even you excavate or you do plastering or you do welding work, you are a resource. Because that is art, that is technology. If you can run technology successfully, you are a resource. You are a technocrat, you are a technical person, you are an artisan, you can say tradesperson, whatever name I give you or you take yourself. After all, you do work, and that work is a part of machine is a part of some other area, and that machine or that area, that sector works, and that contribution of even one item is important, and that person who does it is also very important. For me, quality to that aspect is important, to that X level, and it's not only design of structures and others must be this issue. Every activity in life that we do must be reliable for results. We cannot say that it's free of everything. Everything is defined. Everything has specifications. Every activity has methods. These methods may be written or may not be written, but convention is followed. We call it good industrial practice. Relevant element or product defined quality to be achieved, individuals required attitude, quality to be streamlined, individuals dedication to be applied on actions, work commitment to be made and fulfilled for delivery, all other parameters to deal with per requirements. So we can say design of structures and others must be decisive, safe, qualitative, and must be reliable for prosecution. All stages designs being significant, but merely design doesn't suffice if construction and development are not affected to specified marks. Required or defined qualitatively cannot be allowed to be ignored. Drawings, designs must have quality input and duly coordinated to produce working details, keeping approved site working conditions. For site cannot be relied upon automatically, but provide clear notes, specify properly and explicitly. Construction that is based on reasonable, coordinated, constructible quality designs from HSC, and that's why I'm talking about this. Construction, it may be manufacturing or construction, or you can say whatever work, everywhere quality and safety are involved. That point we have to understand. We cannot go without that. That's not possible. Cost is involved, time is involved, reliability is involved, thinking is involved. Thinking is very important. Synthesis is involved, analysis is involved, and everything is involved, you can say. Analysis, which is very powerful tool in hands of everybody. You may be professional, you may not be professional. If you know how to analyze, if you understand your analysis theory, if you understand your method of analysis, you can break all obstructions. You can break all red lines. All red lights you can stop. You can go green. Analysis is that power, and analysis is therefore very important in your life. Not only for work, also for your own way. How can you change yourself? That's called self-study, or you can say self-study is also part of analysis. It's nothing else. We have to understand meaning of article, meaning and valid meaning of everything. Professionally, a master tool, and that's analysis, and it applies everywhere. It applies to nation, it applies to world, it applies to state, it applies to your family, it applies to yourself, and that's analysis. Professionally, a master tool for work contemplation is an exclusive engineering basis and intellect tool that can penetrate into all problems and unearth required solutions. And there exists no way from where or through which analysis approaches could be avoided. No way. Analysis is a must. All problems to be understood by this approach. And then synthesis. Synthesis is the reverse of analysis. You can say an analytical based engineering result to apply an analytical based performance provides a chain of solutions that can be named synthesis if you link them. After all, solutions are integrated per requirement of suitability. All solutions network must reach compatibility, and that thinking is unlimited, Thinking is unlocking. Thinking is unlocking where lock is there. Thinking is a key to solve every problem. Thinking can open every lock. Thinking can open your mind. Thinking can open your vistas. Thinking can open your power of moving. Thinking can break others. Thinking can make others. Thinking can break you. Thinking can make you. Thinking means king is mind. King is mind. I'm not talking geographical kings. I'm talking body kings. King is mind and thin. As thin it is, that's more important, I'm not talking narrow. I'm talking thin. Thinnest means highest. If you go to think in negatively doesn't mean deniable. Negative means on left side of x-axis or downside of y-axis. If you go on thinking, your brain works more and more faster, because minus power is very important to get into plus power. Plus power means which can be seen by eyes, and minus power is that can be visualized by mind. Eyes cannot visualize minus power, mind can visualize minus power. Mind is that powerful, and that's why it's called king. If you go as thin as possible, you are not holdable, people can't hold you. You are not visible, you can be seen only through certain high level of microscope, high power microscope. But if you are thick, everybody can see you. And people say, oh, he's a thick skin. Is a thick skinned person means tougher person. Means your body may be strong, your mind is not strong. You will be valued physically, but you won't be valued mentally. And mind it, if you are valued mentally, you are a big person. If you are valued only physically, you are not a big person. That is very good point we have to know. That's the reason I am trying to tell. Quality is not easy. Quality means performance. Try to understand. Whatever you decide yourself, whatever you define yourself, or whatever is perishable, whatever you decide, whatever you do, that process, that your definition delivers quality product. I think that is good one. And if it does not do according to what you defined, then we call in relation to that definition, not otherwise, in relation to that definition, which is restricted one in quality system, because quality can be classified into many ways, but whatever ways you accept, that is called applicable quality. And if your work, your product conforms to that one, it's called quality product within definition you prescribe. Otherwise, it's called non-conformance product to that definition of quality. It may be conforming to some other definition, not to this one. So quality non-conformance product is called substandard to that standard which you wanted to accept. And therefore, in that relation, that is rejected. Non-conformance means engineer is either careless or ignorant or incompetent one, I can say. Certainly, if you are not able to give quality, not able to conform to that requirement, you are an either careless person or ignorant, or you don't have capacity or competency to work there, or you don't understand that level of quality requirement, and therefore you are an incompetent one, and you are redundant personnel. You can't be part of that team, which team works on a level that is above your thinking level. Then you must change and meet requirements. We must change to meet requirements to achieve intended quality standards for universal recognition, products or goods. Your face value is nil if you can't do that work. You are not paid for face. You are not a model. You are not a, you are not a model or something else you may call it. Your face is not paid. Your face features are not paid. Your mind is paid. Your performance is paid. Your actions are paid. You can say, knowledge application is paid. Not knowledge application I am saying. Knowledge, everybody who is educated one has knowledge, but that knowledge application is important, and knowledge application is work. And when you apply something, you will certainly deal with some system which is defined one for that. And that's what we call specifications. Quality specifications. Specification is not a simple word, it's very, very vast word. You will find hundreds of specifications in construction world, design world. You will find hundreds of specifications in codes all over the world. So every country has its own standards. Those standards are specifications actually. Every country has standard specifications, every method exists, every different method exists. One work can be done in different ways, in one way, it doesn't matter. But whatever you adopt, what's the result? That's important. Did you get result? Are you getting result? Shall you get result? These three questions must be answered. You may experience, you have experience, you can read yourself, you can learn yourself. In comparison to past achievements, you can say, I did that work, and that gives this much. Okay, that's fine. You did that one and that gives this much. That's fine. This is a very important point to understand. It's not simply I'm just explaining to you. You have to think yourself. Means what is required is, we say, we must change to meet requirements to achieve intended quality standards for universal recognition of products or good. Quality requirements checks being a must. Quality requirement checks being a must. Missing which we have to blame ourselves for quality failure. Who to blame? We have to blame ourselves. Why should I blame someone else? We cannot blame specifications. We cannot blame quality because we could not understand that. And if there is some conflict, we should raise that question because we are experts. I am expert, you are expert. We should know something is wrong, then we have to clarify it. Oh no, this is not applicable, this is wrong, you correct it. And whoever is competent to do that, you must reach that person and correct, or you yourself correct it. Missing which we have to blame ourselves for quality failure. Engineering means quality application. It's not simply application. When you say application, it means quality application. It means conformance to that is required, that is defined, that is accepted, criteria, that application. Engineering means quality application and continuous improvement of quality, that is CIQ. You can say, just like with a CPD, continuous professional development, you can say continuous improvement of quality. And that quality goes on increasing and improved and improved and improved, and one time it becomes very high profile, but not necessarily use that. It depends upon what project it is, how do you use that, what payment is made for that. In accordance to that, what budget you have and what is classification of that. No way exists not to comply with defined or specified quality. You cannot deny that fact that you have to comply with that specification which has been accepted for this work. No way exists not to comply with defined or specified quality levels, because definition of quality is a must, and that definition requires to be achieved, or else work leads to status of being unsuccessful and to be reperformed. Do you want to reperform? Question is that if you do not perform in line to requirement, that shall not be accepted in terms of quality. And if not accepted in terms of quality, is rejected. This means not only quality defeated your material, quality defeated your human resources, quality defeated your machines, and quality defeated every action you did on that product. Because money has gone waste, time has gone waste, because quality was incomplete, material was okay, but quality was defective. Human resources were okay, but they were not given chance to do it. And there can be many such points which go against everything. And just because you fail to get quality into action, into being, everything has gone waste. Every resource has gone waste. Do you want that? It doesn't matter what cost it is. Important point is, what have you done? I am not interested only in documents as well. Believe it. Documents can be written, though I am stressing document is a must. But it doesn't mean you can depend only on documents. Always there is a point of audit. Audit on work, audit on system, audit on quality control, audit on everywhere. You can say audit, AUDIT, that is done. But auditor must also be qualified. That auditor doesn't mean you appoint any person. That person should be experienced in that field. That person should be thorough in that discipline. He should understand every plus and minus of that work. I'm not only interested in books, just keep books of quality system and say we have this, we follow this manual, or we follow this project plan for quality, and we are doing according to no. It must be done. That's important. What we say, evidence should be seen that it is evidence. Or you can say whatever you do, it should be seen that you are doing that. It's not only in thoughts, it's not only in contemplation, it should be seen working, and that's called engineering. Engineering is always based on facts. Engineering never is based on imagination. Engineering is a very difficult word for everybody. Means use of mind is engineering. What level of mind you have, that's called engineering. You should be engine. You should be movable. You should be mobile. You must be a turbine, you must be an engine, you must be an engine of aircraft, you must be an engine of railway, train, you must be engine of your car. We relate engineer and engineer because this work, this mobile, this perform. So a person is called engineer must be able to perform. Engineering means quality application. Quality means without quality nothing can be done. You cannot do anything if it's not specified what to do. Quality is that definition. We have so far understood in world about quality system, but we never understand what's quality. System is defined, you define that. I'm not going to define that. Your system you define for sale purpose, for production purpose, for manufacturing purpose, whatever purpose you are going to define as an organization, as a company or whatever. And you have to abide by that. And if you cannot abide by that, there's some problem you find in that, and you have to modify that one. And you modify and approve yourself. That must work. Because based on that system, you claim to people, to consumer, that we are going to give you this, and if you are not going to do this only on books, then that's cheating. You can say this is not performance. Customer satisfaction, you always say, is very important, but you are not satisfying customer, you are satisfying yourself. There's a difference. Customer satisfaction or manufacturer satisfaction. Who are you? You are manufacturer. You are engineer. Engineer is a manufacturer. Engineer is industrialist. Engineer is a builder. Engineer is a promoter. You are responsible for that. You are working for your satisfaction or you are working for consumer satisfaction. I think most companies are working for their own profits, not for consumers. It is happening because it doesn't matter you are in private company or government company, procedure applies everywhere. You are paid. No one gives free anything. You charge money, and you have no right to charge money if you can't deliver. I have seen defective materials are delivered. Materials that do not work, they are delivered without even verification. People are so lazy once quality system comes into play. They just believe in random check only, not in real check. There's a difference, random check and real check. It's duty of every manufacturer to check every item, whether or not that item performs. Just like you want to buy a bulb, electric bulb, you go to electrician shop, electrical shop, and you buy it. Okay, give me this one. That person gives you. They say, okay, fine. You check that bulb and buy it. Means that bulb performs. But if you ask delivery of that bulb through online system, nobody would check it for you. They believe it will work or you come back. No, that's not required. That's not my requirement. My requirement is different. That point we have to understand. That required point we have to understand. It's very important point, requirement. I think it's really very, very important point we have to understand. This requirement is very important point. We have to understand that. If you can't understand that, it's impossible, it's not possible. You cannot do anything, you see. You have to understand this point. So we have to understand that system is an important one here. We cannot go without that. Means whatever work we do, we have to follow quality system, and for quality, not a system. Quality means, of course, this system does not guarantee that product shall be according to quality, but that is system. But I am guaranteed as a consumer. It's my right. It's my right that product which I receive, which I am delivered, must be based on quality. You cannot say we follow system, but product is not guaranteed for quality. You can say that. On what basis you say that? Because of your system. But that's not my problem. That's your problem. You can declare anything, but you are charging me, you are not giving me free service. If you charge something, you have to pay me back. If your product is not according to quality, this means your system is defective. Simple. Whatever ISO said in this bother, I must get quality work. You guys try to understand this. If your system is broken, it's not my problem. If resources employed on your system do not work, it's not my problem as a consumer. It's your problem. You cannot say, you cannot excuse. You cannot say, excuse us. No. Every product must perform. Every product. You can't say it is quality based due to system, on system, but it's not performing. You can't say that. System is okay, I understand, but it should move. You should not stay in papers based on certificate granted by some third party and valid for 2 or 3 years, and then again you take certification. My payment is not for that. My payment to you is for product. I must get what I pay. That is basic principle. What ISO says I least bother, and what you claim I least bother. I want product for quality. And that's what engineering is. That is what definition of engineering is. Engineering is use of brain, use of application, application of application, use of formula, use of manufacturing process, controls on every stage, quality controls on every stage. All these combined together, all these activities combined together leads to a term that's called engineering. Engineering products, manufactured products are all engineering products. Constructed products are all engineering product. Whatever product you deliver is engineering product. That's very important point we have to think. It's not simply that I write or you hear. Fact remains that engineers must realize quality facts, and in particular civil engineers have to change quality aspect of society, or else quality cannot exist. That point we have to understand in clear terms, very very clear terms. No way out of that. This was brief on quality, which is very important. Every day my mind says something, and that's why I speak whatever I think, because it's no use to refer to books all times. Your mind itself is a book. Mind of everybody who has long experience is a book, and that book should speak, and that speak is a must. We talked about safety, because safety is also very important part of quality, because safety itself is quality. You are working safe, you can say it's part of quality system. You have to be safe, though it's different one. It has different methods. It's during work only, but quality is prior to work. Quality applies during work, and quality also applies post delivery, or when some item or some project is in operational stage. It happens. So we said last time we talked about scaffolding in safety system, well, I think where we lifting, rigging and hoisting we have done, radiography we have done, night working we have done, scaffolds and ladders. Scaffolders and ladders we have done. Temporary electric supply, I think that's main item that we have to take care of. I close the certificates now because they are explained already, and I go to temporary night working we have done, scaffolds and ladders we have done, temporary electric light. I think this is 5 pages only. This we have to do, and then I have to take care of. Then we have to take care of. I'm doing to this temporary lights. I think temporary electric supply. Of course, this is not very big one, but it's a good one. Then we have to open about welding and cutting also. That I'll take a print out of that. Welding on this is very important. We have to take care of this. So it's welding. I think it's okay. This is welding and cutting, so this is here, and then we have this is not very much, also not very big. In fact, this is then we can say here welding and cutting, working at heights and fall prevention. This we take this one, working at height and fall prevention. So we can continue on this if we have time. If we have time, we continue on these. So here are our points: temporary electric supply, welding and cutting. Welding and cutting, I think how many pages are these? I can't say. 7 pages. Temporary electric 5 pages, this is 7 pages, and this is 8 pages. So we'll do qualities there, then welding and cutting. Now we'll go this. Welding and cutting, let us see what's there in this file. Let's go through first. So it's not very long file. We go to working at heights. What's that? Let us say working at heights. Working at heights. This also page 8. You know this very common sense application, working at heights. So it's also temporary electric light. On every site, lights required. On every site, light is required for work. We call it temporary electric supply. It's method of that. This procedure applies to all construction site temporary electric provisions on projects. Let us see something specific I can find in that on web. Let me see if I can find something very specific. Temporary electric supply, if I can get something important.